you still have what it takes. We coming from a back of 2 and 2. Write the vision down and make it plain. Hello, 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 everybody. My Holy Spirit is burning because I got a word for y'all today. An inspirational word from God. I try to take my life experiences in the Word of God, put it together, and be able to use it to help somebody. For the last month, I've been studying the book of Habakkuk. And in the book of Habakkuk, oh my God, it's so amazing. Never thought that those 3 little chapters would have so much news and energy. And I always heard people say, write the vision down and make it plain. But that's in chapter 2. But in chapter 1, I wanted to know how Judah got to that point of questioning and talking to God. My first thing is, in Habakkuk 1, as we know, it talked about a minor prophet. He lived in Judah. He was a prophet, and he was around a lot of trouble and violence. It kind of make you familiar with what's going on today. Every time you turn around, gun violence, planes falling, the economy, people, we just having hard times everywhere we go. It's like the Bible is being fulfilled. It really is. And then it talks about a lot of other stuff that Habakkuk was dealing with. It also talks about how he came to the point of questioning God and just waiting on an answer. So in chapter 2, it says, write the vision down and make it plain. That's what God told Habakkuk. So as I was studying that, I thought about my life, a lot of situations. A lot of times we question God about a lot of things. And to me as a Christian, I feel like it's okay. You're never going to get an answer if you don't ask. And I felt like God gave Habakkuk a very powerful answer. Write it down and make it plain. A lot of people, we go to vision parties in the new year. From time to time, people have these big vision parties, and people get the vision boards and they write it down and they put down what they believe in their heart they could accomplish. Sometimes that vision board go from year to year to year to year. I'm here to come to tell you today, in the book of Hebrews, God said, if you ask not, you have not. So that's the first step. Then write it and make it plain. When you write something down, you put a lot of energy and effort into writing something down. And when you write it down, it usually comes from your heart because you're expressing a lot. So you already focus, you already know. And then at that point, you should know the gifts and the goals that you're asking God to do. But then, as you read down in Habakkuk, you could ask God for anything. But if you don't have faith enough to believe in your heart what you ask God for, not only did you write it down and make it plain, but you believe in your heart for it. If you don't have enough faith in your heart to believe that God is going to bless you with it, my question, why ask? So I use my own life. When I was going through my career, ever since I was 12 years old, I knew what I wanted to be. I'm 55 now. I didn't get my business till I was like in my late 40s. I was like 45, 40-something years old. When I read Habakkuk, God said, write it down, make it plain, but don't tarry. Meaning we got to wait. And a lot of times as Christians, we don't want to wait. But do you know what comes when you wait? So I come to tell you today, faith without works is dead. We could write it down plain. We could talk to God. We could believe in our heart, but the hardest thing for us as Christians is to believe what we don't see. Yes, I prayed, I asked God for it. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. In the midst of me waiting, I believe God gonna do that. No matter what I see, what I feel, what's around me, I got to truly believe that. So I'm here today to tell you I am a living example of what God can do. I wrote it down. I believe God. I worked at it. I never stopped trusting God. Did devastation bring me to this point? Yes, it did. But in the midst of everything, I didn't wait and didn't believe. I waited and I believed God for the victory. So I come to you today. All of us have a gift. You have to go after your gift. You have to keep working at it. Keep producing, no matter what you see to the right, what you see to the left. And of course, in your waiting, you're going to have a lot of obstacles. Family, friends, job, money, health. It's so many things going to come to distract you from that blessing. For those that wait upon the Lord, you know what will happen. And I waited, I believed God. I didn't stop my dream. I went to other goals, other dreams, and I kept just waiting and waiting and waiting. Because a lot of people feel that all of this just came into being, like I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth. And oftentimes I kind of make a little gesture of a grin, because success comes from hard work. And if something is just given to you, most time people are not going to appreciate it. When you work hard for it, you appreciate it. Nobody gave me nothing. If God didn't put it before me and I didn't work hard at it, that's when the blessings came. I worked hard, I persevered. One thing I did, steadfast, unmovable, I continued to pray. I continued to believe. No matter how I saw stuff, I kept the belief in my heart. And I want to encourage somebody today that has a dream and that believing God for something. Don't give up. Hold on to the word of God. Read it. Write it down. Make it plain. And I guarantee you, if you write it down and make it plain and you go back a year later, you, even if it didn't come to pass in a year, you could see the progress of where it's going. You could see like, oh my God, I really worked toward this. Where am I going? But you got to believe God for. I am so passionate about that, because a lot of people ask God for things, and if they don't see it soon, or when they think they should see it, they lose focus. When I tell you, you got to hold on. When all hell seems like it's breaking loose, you got to hold on. When I tell you I live it, I lived it. When I came into the funeral profession, my life was in shambles. If a lot of people that don't know me, I'm an author also. I got a book, Faith Through It All. That tells my life story. And that just gives you the surface. I'm going to, as I motivate people in the right direction, I'm going to dissect the book and let people know that there's challenges. We can't look back at our past. We just got to believe God for what's coming. And a lot of times our past hinder us from where we're going because we keep looking back. And looking back, if you ain't looking back to know that God brought you out of this and he going to bring you out of this here, you shouldn't be looking back. You should just keep focused. Mind the people around you. Keep going. Keep moving and believe in God. Faith without works is dead. And I believe in my heart, a lot of us as Christians, we ask God, we believe it for a minute. But when we got to tarry and wait for it, we start losing our focus and our belief. And I'm here to tell you, when you wait on God, you will be surprised what the end result will be. Faith without works is dead, and you got to believe God. I repeat that over and over and over again. You got to believe God. Believe God and trust. I woke up yesterday morning, my Rolls Royce, my hubcaps was stolen. Devil wanted to shackle me around a little bit. I did like this. I did the necessary precautions, call the police, make a report it to my insurance company. That's materialistic stuff. I woke up with my health and strength, clothes in my right mind. I was like, oh my God, that violated me. That's okay. But guess what, devil? You ain't going to steal my joy. You just not. I mean, that's a car. It could be replaced. Things could be replaced about it. It's sometimes the way we look at stuff is how we want to come out of stuff. And a lot of times we look at stuff and we let it take us to somewhere else. Like getting bent out of shape, all of that. I just beeped up my security. Called the security company. This is what happened. I live in a gated community. Nobody is untouchable. People get where they got to go when they could get there. So what I have to believe, I got a hedge of protection around me because it was just a car. It wasn't me. So it's the way I looked at it made me come out joyful. Did I feel violated? Yes, I did. But at the end, I wasn't going to stay stuck there. And sometimes in life, when we dealing with certain situations, we stay stuck there. How about sometimes the way you look at it? And that's what I say with our goals and principles, all that ties in. Because if you got a goal in life and you're trying to do something that's positive and to try to better your life, because all of us has a gift. You don't have to have a college degree to be this phenomenal, successful person. I know some successful people never went to college. You know, my profession just required a degree. However, some of the greatest gifts in my life didn't come with my education experience. It came from life experiences. So, since I was 12 years old, like I told you, I was going to church and believing God, got saved, because that was my safe haven. And I was studying the word, showing myself approval. Now I'm older, all of what I prayed God for, I'm seeing it manifest. I'm not saying that it takes forever. I'm not saying it takes long. I'm trying to say the ultimate way to anything in life is prayer and supplication. You have to have a prayer line. So I'm using these videos to motivate you, to encourage you, and I will be talking on various topics, and everything that I talk about, it comes from my life experience. It comes with the word of God that I have applied to my life in the situations that came upon my life. So for the upcoming thing, all of you, I want y'all to subscribe to my YouTube channel and just be a part of my motivational videos. It's going to happen every week. I want y'all to give me some feedback and give me some good stuff. And I'm going to encourage you, remember, faith through it all and money ain't made for the grave. I'm going to use my life to teach you a lot of motivational things. Remember, write it down and make it plain. That was God's answer to Habakkuk. My new thing. Tag her and tag somebody with something positive. Do something positive. Say something positive. And at the end of it, say tag her.